Hey everyone, welcome to today's Explainer. I am absolutely thrilled you're here with me because today we are unpacking a really fascinating structural trap. And honestly, it's one that catches even the most seasoned compliance professionals completely off guard. We're going to be digging into what I call the accountability paradox, specifically when navigating these surprisingly tricky waters of ISO 27001 Clause 5.3. If you're someone who loves optimizing compliance architecture, building crystal clear workflows, and let's be real, absolutely hates failing audits, you are in the exact right place. So let's just jump right in. Okay, so think about this for a second. If everyone is accountable, who is actually responsible? I know, it sounds a bit like a philosophical riddle, right? But in the high-stakes realm of information security management systems, or ISMS, it's not a riddle at all. It is a very real, very dangerous operational threat. We constantly see organizations trying to democratize risk. They think, hey, you know what? If we make the CISO, the IT director, and the risk owner all accountable for this one single security task, we're building this impenetrable safety net. But the truth? That shared accountability actually sets the stage for a total operational nightmare. Because look, there is this massive, classic corporate misconception out there. The idea is that assigning multiple accountable roles to a single task creates safety. It feels secure, sure, but the actual result? Assigning multiple A's completely destroys any clarity around accountability, and it directly triggers massive operational conflicts. Just think about it practically for a minute. When a critical server needs patching and you've got 3 different executives listed as accountable, what actually happens? Well, they all just assume someone else is handling it. Or even worse, they end up issuing completely conflicting directives to the poor engineering teams trying to do the work. You aren't creating a safety net at all, you're literally just creating a massive organizational traffic jam. And guess what the real-world consequence of that traffic jam is? A minor non-conformance. Now let's define what that actually means in this context. Because a minor non-conformance is not just a gentle slap on the wrist. It is an official audit failure. This gets triggered during an audit when your personnel are tested and they demonstrate conflicting understandings of ownership. The auditor simply asks, hey, who owns this control? And 3 different people raise their hands. Or, more likely, they all just point at each other. As someone who navigates the space every day, I have to be completely straight with you. This is a structural flaw that auditors are specifically trained to hunt down. So let's get a bit technical and break this down. Under the timeless ISO 27001 Clause 5.3, which covers organizational roles, responsibilities, and authorities, and supported by Annex A organizational controls, you are explicitly required to define clear oversight. So when your matrix assigns multiple accountable roles to a single security task, you are in direct violation of that requirement. The implementation failure is basically imminent at that point. An auditor sees multiple A's in your documentation and boom, they immediately know your organizational controls lack clarity. The threat of a minor nonconformance is literally right there on paper. It really boils down to this one simple truth. Operational conflicts arise because multiple personnel are listed as accountable for the exact same security task. It's kind of ironic, isn't it? If everyone is taking the fall, nobody is actually taking the fall. It is a classic, deeply documented audit trap. Organizations tie themselves in these crazy knots trying to be super inclusive with their accountability. And what happens? They just end up handing the auditor a beautifully formatted minor nonconformance on a silver platter. All right, so enough about the problem. Let's talk solutions. We know the trap is there, and we understand the risk. So how do we actually fix this accountability paradox before the auditors even show up in the lobby? How do we untangle this messy web of shared accountability and align perfectly with Clause 5.3 without having to completely reinvent the wheel or waste months arguing in committee meetings? Well, enter the exact tool crafted to solve this very specific problem. What we're talking about is a professionally designed 2-sheet editable Excel RASCI Matrix. Now, this isn't just some random spreadsheet template you scrape off a compliance forum. This thing has been meticulously crafted by a committee of serious industry experts. We're talking principal auditors and lead instructors at the ISO 27001 Institute, which operates under the aegis of the ISO Training Institute. It's robust, it's incredibly comprehensive, and it's specifically engineered to map seamlessly to ISO 27001's controls. It totally eliminates the ambiguity of those multiple A's by doing all the heavy lifting for you. And honestly, the best part? It is shockingly simple to implement. Just walk through this with me. Step 1, you just open the matrix in Excel. Step 2, hit Control F to find the generic placeholders. The experts built it using hypothetical names, so you'll see things like ABC Technologies, Private Limited, or the acronym ABCTPL. Step 3, you just replace those with your actual organization's name and acronyms. You literally just do a find and replace. I mean, what used to take months of painful organizational design meetings now literally takes a few keystrokes. You can customize the entire document to your business in just a couple of minutes. Now, wait for it. I want you to focus entirely on the numbers 15 to 20 for a second. Just let that sink in. What do you think that represents? Is it days saved from arguing in those committee meetings? Or maybe endless hours rescued from trial and error? Actually, it's even better than that. Those few minutes of customization we just talked about, they magically grant you a 15 to 20-year head start in ISMS maturity. I mean, talk about an incredible return on investment for your time. Because this tool was built by principal auditors with literally decades of combined experience, you are instantly inheriting their mature, conflict-free compliance architecture. You get to completely bypass all the painful trial and error, the minor non-conformances, and the operational conflicts that usually take a company 2 decades to iron out on their own. You just get all that maturity immediately. Which leaves us with one final, pretty critical question for you to ponder today. Is your ISMS decades behind? Are you risking a minor non-conformance right this very minute because your accountability matrix is full of operational conflicts? Please, do not let a simple structural flaw derail your entire audit. You can fast-track your compliance and grab that 15 to 20-year head start today by heading over to ISO 27001.institute. Thank you so much for hanging out with me for this explainer. Keep your matrices clean, keep your accountability singular, and I will see you all next time.